to our first video this year for TVET, Community Services. Try and make a video maybe weekly, maybe every 2 weeks, just to help us understand what we're doing, recap what's been going on in class and where we're going to next. Last week I gave out the assessment. We're doing as a class, we're running the Harmony Day event at TAFE, and that's on Monday the 27th of March here, Hamilton TAFE. We had Kiralee, the Aboriginal workers, talk to us about supporting us. She was happy to support us with the chalk art on the ground, which also could feed in. People contribute to if it's a snake, for example, write stuff about their culture or what they know about their culture, for example, and those words might feed into Tons, our special guest this week, and he'll be back next week. He's going to be supporting us at the event and in the lead up. He does the Beats and Eats program, and he gave us a little sample of that with his use of words. So any words from the snake on the ground could help feed into what Tons creates, and we'll help work with him. So as I said, Monday the 27th of March, let's say 27th of March, 11 till 1. 11 till 1, I sent a note that you can take to your schools to see if you can get special release for that day, to come in a bit earlier. We'll still do our normal class time, 1 till 5. All the practical lead up that we do, so if you send a text or an email or you create something, put that in a folder, keep it in a folder, and that'll be evidence to pass the assignment. 27th March at the TAFE. We'll have a barbecue at least, but we also brainstormed what we could do in our groups. So there were some really good ideas, and some of them were drama and skits, dance, music, tie-dyeing, market stalls, face painting, following up support from one of the schools, perhaps with a PA, Hunter River High. We also had people willing to share their talents and abilities in the class, from singing, music. We might be able to get some entertainment on the day through people we know, what we can do in class, or feeding in with Tons. We had a great idea of the photo booth, getting some perhaps props from the reject shop, but also we got expanded in our small group to go on like Instagram or creating some sort of newsletter reporting on the event after. That will help tell a story about the event, and that would be fantastic. Good thinking. So we had the idea of the chalk art on the ground with a serpent or a snake, and people contributing words, whether it's something they know about their culture, where they're from. We had the world map idea, maybe putting flags on the world map that are created in advance, like pin the map on the country, or the idea of different languages, hello, happy, in all sorts of different languages, and that could be pinned on, and everyone who has a go gets a prize. Perhaps we've got heaps of lollipops here, actually, lots of green tape lollipops. So that was sort of a gamey, prizey, visually thing. That was a really good idea from that group. We do have a big map downstairs on Calico that could be tweaked, redesigned, so if that group goes with that, that'd be fantastic. And all that is evidence. Keep photos of what you're working on, creating, doing in the lead up, and how it works on the day. That would be good, and that would be a really good visual to go into that newsletter, Instagram-y type approach as well. Really good thinking, really inspirational was my word for the day. Inspiration. The idea of getting agency information. If we can't get someone from a worker in the community sector who works with diversity in some way, maybe someone or small groups of a team could take the role of researching about an agency, let's say Headspace, and making a little bit of info. It could be as simple as a one-pager flyer, just with basics about that agency. We could pin them up around the day, put them on the wall. That'd be good. So places like Acon, Headspace, Catholic Care. Another really good working group with some really big ideas was big colour representation, different coloured cardboards, really big and visual, and people contributing to that with either stuff that's pre-cut out, symbols or things out of magazines, and a representation of what a colour represents to them, an emotion. Like red for someone might feel happy, or maybe it's yellow, maybe it's purple, maybe it's green, and just adding real creativity and colour to a space in the long term. Idea of whether we had contacts to any Aboriginal dance groups somebody may have, and whether that was possible to do or not, we're not sure. And that was something we spoke about, keeping our ideas in a doable sense. What can we do in the short term? in a short-term lead-in, and what can we do with our resources that are pretty cheap. Food was important. We'll have at least the sausage sizzle, but whether we can get some sort of sample from different cultures, again within the scope of what we can do in terms of budget, time, resources. Sort of a game of myths and truths around cultural myths and truths, some sort of guessing game, knowledge game, trivial pursuit game, that sort of thing would be good. Drama skits was mentioned, that would be fantastic if we can do it. Someone mentioned drama skit around a Dreamtime story even as a possibility. Face painting was mentioned. I think I've got some face painting stuff. So that is what we covered. Some of the content we looked at: cultural iceberg, the idea what you see above the iceberg. You just see the top part of an iceberg. Below the water, could be 90% below the water, and I guess we applied that to culture. You see a little bit at the top, so what someone looks like, the way they dress, food,
greetings language, so you can sort of see that stuff. There's a lot of stuff below that is not so observable. Religious beliefs, views on how to raise children, gender roles, ideas of what's the attitudes of what's okay and what's not okay, core values.
And I guess we all have some sort of belief that we've developed from the time we're born and go to school and come out of school.
What we see on telly, the media, we take on, I guess, what's around us to an extent, and family impacts and things, family input. So culture's pretty complex, pretty diverse, lots of diverse aspects to culture.
So culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of
people. So, we see stuff like language, religion, food, habits, music, art, all that reflects culture.
Having all sorts of difference in a society makes it for a more interesting, diverse place.
We don't all have to be the same.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. Stay positive. Bye for now.